Hey, what's up guys, TBL here coming at you with an all-new Shovel Knight tips and tricks video. Shovel Knight is a retro-styled action platformer from Yacht Club Games that's currently released for the PC, the Nintendo Wii U, and the Nintendo 3DS. And as is the norm for old-school platformers, there are a ton of secret codes that you can use in the game. This video is going to cover what I believe are the top 5. Now before we get into this, I do believe a quick shout out must be made. While Yacht Club Games has given us an official list of cheat codes to use, a full total of 321 Shovel Knight cheat codes have been found. These codes were discovered by Gamefaqs poster SparkTail25, who comprised a full list of all 321 cheat codes, and then had other forum members go through the cheat codes and figure out what they do. Together, they comprise a full list of all 321 codes and their effects, and they catalog that list on a Google Docs page. I'll leave a link both to the original thread and the Google Documents page in the description box below, but a major shout out to those guys because they went through a ton of data to get this information. Now, without further ado, here are what I believe to be the top 5 cheats in Shovel Knight. Now, as is the norm with old school cheat codes, these are input through the file menu. Now, in order to enter a cheat code into Shovel Knight, create a new save file and simply enter the code as your name. All of the codes generated contain only letters, A to Z, and are about 8 letters long. After entering a code, the game will warn you that activating a code will prevent you from earning feats in that new save only, so be aware of that. You'll then be prompted to name your profile again. Be aware that you can enter another code as your name, but activating it will simply override the effect of the first code. Now, the first code we're going to show you guys is actually an officially supported one. This is one that Yacht Club Games actually already told us about. It's called Butt Mode. And no, I'm not kidding with that. In Butt Mode, any mention of numerous recurring words in dialogue will be replaced with butt. Words like shovel, knight, health, and magic. The code itself for Butt Mode is X&BUTT for butt. Once you've entered the code, just start the game up, and you'll notice quite a few differences in some of the game's cutscenes. In particular, both Shovel Knight and Shield Knight will now be known as Butt Butt and Shield Butt respectively. That's quite the regal name for a knight. While this code in particular doesn't affect gameplay, it will take place during all of the game's cutscenes, leading to some absolutely hilarious dialogue between the characters. This is definitely a nice little inclusion from the game devs. That's sure to make your Shovel Knight experience all the more humorous. Anyways, that's one down. Let's move on to cheat code number 2. Number 2 in my top 5 codes for Shovel Knight is actually code number 211 on the list, Weapon Master Mode. This code is great for those who want to start off with a leg up per se. The code to input is HAAYHJZY. With this code active, you'll start off with all of the game's relics minus the 2 Truffle King chalices. Those relics will also have unlimited ammo and an increased fire rate, meaning you'll start the game off with a massive offensive advantage, granting you instant access and unlimited use of all of the in-game relics like the Propeller Dagger, the Throwing Anchor, and even the Mighty Warhorn. With such a mighty arsenal, Shovel Knight will have no problems getting through the rest of the game. Cheat number 3 on our list is not quite as overpowered and is great for the adrenaline junkie. Inputting the code CRQHXNWO will activate Speedrun mode. Inputting this will start you off in a new game plus with no items, fast movements, and one-hit kills from enemies. If you're looking for a little extra challenge out of the game, or maybe you're trying to make an impressive speedrun, this is definitely the cheat code for you. One additional benefit of starting off speedrun mode is that you'll get this sweet pale purple armor. But remember, in this mode, every single enemy can take you out in one hit. Moving on to the final 2 codes, and I think we've saved the best for last. Number 4 on my list of the top 5 Shovel Knight codes is called Shovel God Mode. By entering the code STQQTXVX, you'll become invincible where spikes and pits won't kill you. You'll have a faster swing speed, super moon jumping, regular movement speed that turns into running quickly. You'll start with all of the relics except chalices, and all of which have infinite ammo and are rapid fire. Oh, and not to mention, treasure will be magnetically attracted to you, making it much easier to collect. In this mode, Shovel Knight is a speeding bullet of destruction who cannot be stopped. Super Jump will allow you to bypass most of the game's pits, and the invulnerability plus no knockback will make it so that you can absolutely steamroll enemies. This is a good old-fashioned super mode cheat that honestly I had a ton of fun playing with. Let thine enemies feel the power of shoveling. And finally, my #1 pick for the best cheat code in Shovel Knight. The final cheat on our list today is the most spectacular of them all. It's a variation of the previous invulnerability mode cheat that's activated by inputting the code TVSVUEIO. Doing this will activate Super Shovel Knight mode, granting you all the bonuses of the previous cheat, meaning invulnerability, unlimited relic use, and whatnot, as well as an immediate 10,000 gold, all of the armor and shovel upgrades, full map and stage access right from the beginning of the game, and finally, one last bonus that I think is probably the coolest of them all. This code transforms Shovel Knight into a giant palette-swapping version of himself. Now, every time you jump or engage in a screen transition, Shovel Knight will switch color palettes. This giant Shovel Knight even has increased hitboxes to match his increased size and power. In this mode, you are as close to an unstoppable juggernaut as possible. Just try not catching Shield Knight in those dream sequences now. Not a problem. With this mode activated, most bosses and enemies won't stand a chance. Although to be fair to our shovel-wielding hero, the moving floors and ceilings in the Tower of Fate can actually still kill you. But beyond that, none will be able to stand to your righteous chivalry. So have fun barreling through the game with the ultimate power of the Shovel Knight. This is truly Shovel Knight's greatest cheat code. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for sticking around, and hopefully this helps you have a little bit more fun with this awesome game known as Shovel Knight. Again, massive shout out to Sparktail25 and the Gamefaqs forums for finding all 321 of the hidden Shovel Knight cheat codes. Seriously, they poured through a ton of data in about 24 hours to bring us this list of Shovel Knight cheat codes, 321 in total. Serious props to them. And again, there will be links to the original Gamefaqs thread and the code list itself in the description box below. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and if you did, feel free to check out my channel. I've got a ton more gaming videos, including some more Shovel Knight videos coming out soon. That's it for now, guys. As always, I am TheBlackLink. You guys stay frosty.